Sometimes in life, we often find ourselves caught in a trap of thinking that we have forever to achieve our goals. We tell ourselves that we will start that new project next week, or we will wake up early tomorrow, or we will finally chase our dreams when the timing is just right. We treat time like a bottomless well, but the truth is that every second that passes is a drop of water lost forever. In this fast-paced world where our phones are constantly buzzing with notifications and social media keeps us scrolling for hours, it is incredibly easy to lose sight of what truly matters. Time is not just a number on a screen. It is the very fabric of our lives. Those who understand its value find themselves standing on the peak of success, while those who ignore it often end up standing in the shadows of regret. If you feel like you're falling behind, or if you're waiting for a sign to start moving, then this story is for you. This is a story about a young man named Leo, and it serves as a powerful reminder that our future is built by the choices we make today, not tomorrow. In a quiet valley town surrounded by green hills, there lived a 19-year-old young man named Leo. Leo was a kind person with a bright smile, but he had a very bad habit. He was a master of delay. Whether it was finishing a task for his family or studying for his future, Leo always had an excuse. "The sun is too bright today," he would say, or "I'll do it after I rest for just a few more minutes." While his friends were busy learning trades, working in the fields, or building their own small businesses, Leo spent most of his days sitting on his wooden porch, watching the clouds move slowly across the sky. He felt deep down that he wanted to be successful and respected, but he always believed that there was plenty of time to catch up later. However, as the months passed, he began to feel a heavy weight in his chest. He saw his classmates moving forward while he stayed in the exact same spot. One afternoon, feeling particularly lost and frustrated with himself, Leo decided to visit a man everyone in town called the timekeeper. The timekeeper was an elderly man named Mr. Bennett. He was 75 years old and owned a small, dusty shop filled with clocks of every shape and size. The sound of thousands of clocks ticking at once created a rhythmic heartbeat that filled the room. Mr. Bennett was known for his wisdom and his calm way of speaking. When Leo walked into the shop, the old man was carefully cleaning a golden pocket watch. Leo sat down on a stool and sighed deeply. "Mr. Bennett," Leo began, his voice shaking slightly, "I feel like I'm failing at life. I want to do great things, but I just can't seem to get started. My friends are already far ahead of me, and I feel like I'm stuck in the mud. Is it too late for me? How can I find the drive to move forward?" Mr. Bennett put down his tools and looked at Leo with kind, bright eyes. He didn't offer a lecture or a list of rules. Instead, he leaned back and said, "Leo, many people feel lost because they treat time like a gift that never ends. Let me tell you a story about a man I once knew named Arthur. Perhaps his journey will help you see things differently." Leo leaned in close, and as the clocks ticked around them, Mr. Bennett began to speak. "Many years ago, in a bustling city across the mountains, there lived a man named Arthur. Arthur was in his middle years, and like many, he blamed the world for his lack of wealth and status. He was always complaining that he never had a big break. One day, the governor of the province, who was an old childhood friend of Arthur's, heard about his struggles. The governor was a wealthy and generous man, and he wanted to give Arthur a chance to change his life forever. He invited Arthur to his large estate on top of a high hill and made him a remarkable offer. The governor pointed to the heavy wooden doors of the royal treasury and said, "Arthur, inside this room are thousands of silver coins and precious stones. Because of our old friendship, I will give you a unique opportunity. From this moment until the sun sets today, you may enter the treasury and take as much as you can carry. Whatever you bring out before the sun disappears behind the horizon is yours to keep forever. But remember, once the sun sets, the doors will be locked, and you must leave with nothing." He couldn't believe his luck. He thanked the governor 100 times and ran home to tell his wife the news. His wife was thrilled and urged him, "Go now, take the largest sacks we have and fill them up. This is the chance we have been waiting for." But Arthur, feeling the excitement, felt a sudden rumble in his stomach. "I can't go on an empty stomach," he replied. "It's a long walk to the hill, and the coins are heavy. Let me eat a big breakfast first so I have the strength to carry the treasure." He sat down and ate a slow, heavy meal of bread, eggs, and meat. He thought to himself, "It's still early morning. I have the whole day ahead of me. There is no need to rush." After he finished eating, he felt a bit sluggish. He decided to sit on his chair for just a moment to let the food digest. Without realizing it, he drifted off into a light sleep, dreaming about how he would spend his new fortune. When Arthur finally woke up, he looked out the window and saw that it was now midday. The sun was high and hot in the sky. He grabbed 3 large sacks and started walking towards the governor's estate. However, the path was steep and the heat was intense. After walking for a while, he felt sweat dripping down his face. He saw a large, ancient oak tree with thick, cool shade near the path. "The sun is far too hot right now," Arthur muttered to himself. "If I keep walking in this heat, I will be too tired to collect the silver. I'll just rest under this tree for a short while until the air cools down. I still have plenty of hours before sunset." He lay down on the soft grass, and the gentle breeze was so pleasant that he fell into a deep, heavy sleep. He didn't hear the birds singing or the sound of the wind. He was lost in a world of later. Suddenly, Arthur jumped up. The air felt cold, and the sky had turned a deep shade of purple and orange. His heart skipped a beat as he realized the sun was just inches away from the horizon. Panic seized him. He grabbed his empty sacks and began to run up the hill as fast as his legs would carry him. He pushed past the bushes and ignored the pain in his chest, his eyes fixed on the treasury doors. He arrived at the gates just as the guards were pulling the heavy iron bolts. "Wait!" he screamed. "I'm here! Let me in!" But the guards shook their heads. "The sun has set, Arthur," they said firmly. The governor looked down from his balcony with a look of deep disappointment. "You had the whole day, my friend," the governor whispered. "The treasure was right there, but you chose to sleep instead." Arthur stood outside the locked doors in the freezing night air, his sacks empty and his heart full of a regret that would haunt him for the rest of his life. He hadn't failed because of bad luck. He had failed because he didn't respect the limit of time. As Mr. Bennet finished the story, the shop went silent, except for the steady ticking of the clocks. Leo sat perfectly still, his mind racing. He realized that he was just like Arthur. He was always waiting for the perfect moment, always resting before he had even started the work, and always assuming that the sun would never set on his opportunities. He looked at his own hands and realized that he was currently holding empty sacks. "I understand now," Leo said softly. "The silver coins are my dreams, and the sunset is the end of my chances. I've been sleeping under the tree for too long." Mr. Bennet smiled and nodded. "Exactly, Leo. Time is the only thing we can never earn back. You can lose coins and find them again, but a lost hour is gone forever." From that day on, Leo's life changed. He stopped saying tomorrow. He started waking up when the sun rose, focusing on small tasks first, and gradually building the discipline he needed. He became a man of action, and within a year, he had started a successful business that helped his whole family. This story teaches us a lesson that we all need to hear. Time is far more valuable than any silver or gold. Every morning, we are given a treasury of hours, and it is up to us to decide how much we will collect before our own sun sets. Whether you are a young student or a person in the middle of your career, remember that procrastination is a silent thief that steals your future. Don't wait for the heat to pass or for your hunger to be perfectly satisfied before you chase your goals. Start where you are, with what you have, and do it now. If you found value in this story and want to stay motivated on your journey of growth and learning English, please consider subscribing to this channel. We share meaningful stories every day to help you stay focused, improve your vocabulary, and build a life you can be proud of. Don't let your silver doors close while you are still sleeping. Value your time, and the world will value you. See you in the next story.